you know what, fuck this. I'm starting this shit up again because I be thinking to myself too much and I need an outlet to project my thoughts again like I did it like 2 years ago. All the videos I had on there was unlisted, so I am, I guess, starting from scratch again. I don't know. But um no, basically I was just thinking to myself a bunch of like wants and needs, right? Like your want and your why or your need to do something needs to be stronger or needs to really be like, how do I put it? You need to really want to be where you think you're going to be versus where you are right now, right? Like, I just be thinking, right? If I really wanted to get out of the situation that I'm in, I could literally just sacrifice my entire livelihood outside of my job and really fucking do that shit if I wanted to. But I'm not. Instead, I decide to play a game of League. Yes, I play League of Legends. A game of League every now and again. I go out and do something with someone else, something that's not getting me to the place that I want to be. In case you couldn't tell, I'm in a fucking garage. Um, yeah, I, how do I put it? I wish that it's easier to be like disciplined or as disciplined as everyone else on fucking YouTube thinks that it is to be disciplined. Um, Especially from someone who has been consistently inconsistent his entire life about every fucking thing. What the fuck is that screeching noise? I have no idea. Consistently inconsistent about every single fucking thing in his life. Um, it's really hard. Like, I've always had a want to be better. I've always had a want to do things more than a standard or typical, life or I should say average person. I don't think anyone strives to be average, but at the same time, I'm not striving to be this grandiose like Elon Musk and fucking, trying to revolutionize the world or fuck it up and whichever comes first. I just want to have a life full of abundance. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. A life full of abundance. I don't know exactly what that abundance looks like, which is probably something I need to become more clear on. Like, just, and that's another thing. I've always had a want or need to do more or have more, not in the greedy way, but in the I don't want to worry type of way. I've always had that want to do that, but I've never truly narrowed down exactly what it is that I want. Like, what exactly is that abundance? And when I'm just thinking about it, like, oh, it's just maybe have a house I can call my own, a fully paid off car, um, a couple like 100 grand or 50 grand in my bank account that I don't have to touch. I live next to an airport, by the way, so please mind the fucking airplanes. Um, just it sounds relatively basic shit, but since I live in California, that's like Sisyphus. I'm like Sisyphus trying to push a goddamn boulder up a fucking mountain. Like I don't understand. Um, it, and it's hard to like map out a roadmap of where you want to be when there's no true clear guide to any of this shit. Not saying that there should be, because then that would take the fun and joy out of life of exploring who you are and wanting to become or who you are and who you want to become. But at the same time, I just wish this shit was a little bit easier to figure out, man. I've always been the type that's been indecisive, always been the type that's kind of been a little like I've had an idea of where I want to be or what I want to do, but always just been a little lost on where to go and most importantly, how to start. I don't know if it's just me or maybe someone else out there that just cannot get a fucking start for the life of them on any goddamn thing that they do ever in life, but it's I just wish it was a little easier. I really do. Because then I wouldn't sit here in my garage ranting about this shit for 5, 10, I don't even know how long this video is going to be. This is just obviously a fucking rant, but I my only hope is that I and whoever else that may or may not watch this, maybe I'm just talking to myself. That's kind of the point of this shit, is to pull out a camera and talk to myself. I hope that you're able to narrow down your wants and your needs. Like, I feel like my wants and needs are relatively simple because I've always been the type that's not too hard to please. I feel like if I have my things that I like want or have, which are not always too far out of reach, and I'm usually the type of person that's not going to be too unhappy with their life. But the part is that my inconsistent habits of coming home from work and think, oh yeah, I've worked all day and now I'm tired, so let me just chill out and play a couple games, or skip out on a mild, and I mean a very mild workout routine, or let me just go out and fuck off for a little while because I need a break. And I'm not saying like you need to hustle all your life either, because that's not fun. I've recently discovered that going out can be kind of fun with the right people. Believe it or not, I've always been the type that usually stayed inside, more reserved, kept to himself. But then I started to go out and expose myself to people, whether that be through means of like social media or dating apps or whatever it was. I just exposed myself to people and I kind of enjoyed that. To a degree, I actually enjoyed that. Would you believe it? So I don't know. I think it's just a matter of kind of opening my circle, opening up my sphere, opening up my mind, trying to understand where I think I might belong, and honing down on what it is that I really, really want out of life. Because the want and the needs are obviously going to be separate. They're never going to be the same. Like, you need somewhere to stay, like a roof over your head. You're going to need food to eat. You're going to need probably clothes on your back. You're going to need somewhere to sleep, somewhere you can lay your head down on. You're going to need, obviously, fucking money, okay? You need that to buy anything in life to survive. As, not serious and real as money is, right? Money is just a fucking piece of paper or a digital number on your fucking bank account. That's how fake that shit is. But you must understand that it is a game and a tool that you need to survive. I know I'm kind of just saying a bunch of shit that a lot of people already know, but it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just ranting. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I just wish I was kind of in a different spot or took different turns, that sort of thing. Not necessarily looking back with regret, but just wishing I kind of did better or made somewhat better choices, or just not necessarily made better choices, but also knew what choices to make now. Like, I feel like I didn't get enough time to really discover what it is that I truly want, or even got really started on the things that I truly wanted. But I feel like a lot of people would say too that, like, I'm fairly young. I'm 21. I always hear from every person that I do, like, I'm a coworker with, is, oh, you're still a baby. You have all the time in the world. No, I fucking don't. No, the fuck I don't. I don't have all the time in the world to get all the wants and the needs that I want. If I have all the time in the world, why the fuck do I not just do it now? Can someone fucking explain that to me? Why not do it now? I don't want to fucking wait till I'm 40. I don't want to fucking wait till I'm 65. I don't want to wait till I'm on my deathbed to say I got everything that I wanted. I want to do that when I'm 10 years from now, when I'm 30, if I could. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me, I want to get to the end game, like, for most people's lives. I want to get to the end game now. I want to just do what it requires now. But again, you need to narrow down on what that now, or what that one is that I want to get to so bad right now. I have yet to do that. I need to just really narrow down on those wants and needs, y'all. It'll really make us shit a lot more clear. I'm sorry, I'm like ranting and running in circles at this point. Find out your wants and needs. Make them clear. This is some advice I'm really just saying to myself, not to anyone else. Figure out what you want in life. You'll probably get places, or at least I hope so.